Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alexandra here. It is time. I am doing my yearly makeup empties for 2025. So exciting. I usually do this video, I think I've done 6 in the past. I think we've had 6 when I checked my playlist last. Crazy. I've been doing this for 6 years. I can't believe it. So normally I do it like overhead style where you just see my hands talking, but I'm on a little bit of a roll today and I don't mind my hair and my makeup's kind of nice. So I'm feeling like, all right, let's just do it this way and talk about it. Maybe it will be more interesting. I don't know. I'm going to do some speed reviews. I am pulling out these products in no particular order for you guys. And then I will do at the end of the video some numbers, just like grand total of number of items used and the dollar amount for the year. Let's just get right into it. I know you're here for all the beauty makeup trash talk. So first thing I'm going to talk about is my Sensions lip gloss in Clover. This was an iridescent blue-green shifty lip gloss. Kind of hated it, not my vibe. It's in here because the stopper was taken out, so it's kind of like leaking. Don't love it, but I got it used up. So that was good. 2 big ticket items here. I have a perfume. You've heard me talk about this a million times. This is my Ane Flamingo Water. Terrible. Did not purchase this for myself. Would not repurchase this at all. It's gross. Got a candy. I did not pay what this is worth. Thank God. I got it at Costco, I think, for significantly cheaper. But the value of this perfume is $190. That is a lot. And it's 80 milliliters worth of product. It's nice. Not $190 worth nice in my opinion, but glad to get another full-size perfume used up out of my collection. My perfumes and body sprays are a little bit bigger of a collection than they need to be, and I'm not going through a ton, you know. Both of those had been worked on for multiple years. I have 1 setting spray, I believe, and if you saw my makeup that I bought for 2025, I brought in a lot of setting sprays in my collection. I'm gonna link that video for you below. Did not use up 5. I think I brought in 5. I used up one setting spray. This is the Professional Super Setter. It was in my collection for several years. I finally got to it this year. Didn't love it. Didn't love it. Would not repurchase. I know there was another press-on nails that I used up this year. I don't have a picture of it and I don't have it. I'm sure I threw it away, but I know that I used up one when we got married in August. So there's this one plus another one. I like press-on nails, not super picky about them, and I don't wear them that often because I just can't have long nails for my job. It just doesn't work for me. But this was nice and I like the ones that I had, but I don't really need to be purchasing a ton of these. So I used up 2 press-on nails this year. I thought I had used up another falsies, but apparently not. I only used up 1 pack of false lashes this year by Qo. This is from the drugstore. There were 2 sets in this pack and I did use up both sets. So that was really great. I just don't use lashes like I used to, unfortunately. And I love lashes, but I'm not that extra. Lately, in recent years, if I'm going to a wedding or a fancy event, I'll wear them, but I do try to re-wear my lashes, so that's why there aren't that very many empties. But I did use up this pack. Here's another leaking-ish, dirty, dusty, crusty lip gloss by Sensions as well in gold glitter gloss. Super pretty gloss, one of my favorites. I've repurchased this one a couple of times. I do like it. I don't know if I need a gold glitter gloss in my collection right now, but I did enjoy it. Another lip product by Maybelline. This is my Super Stay Vinyl Ink liquid lipstick thing. This took me forever to use up. Got it done though. Another product that took me forever to use up, and that is my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I love the matte paint pots. I would recommend. I have a new one now that I love. This took me forever. They do dry out, so do not let it linger like what I did. You can see there is still some in the bottom there. I just couldn't get that out. It was super dry, but I did get it used up. I'm counting it used up. Love it. I have 3 mascara products for the year. The first one is a Lashcraft Lash Primer. This is, I think, or the Sephora brand, or it was. They no longer have this. This was really, really great, and it was like $10, but they don't have it anymore. Wah. But I really enjoyed this. And then I have 2 tubing mascara. The first one is the Tower 28, and it was in a brown, it was in Drift. This was crappy. I did not enjoy this. I would not repurchase. And then the other one is my Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. I have 2 of these, currently 1 open. I like it, but I'm probably not going to repurchase after those 2 tubes are used up. But this will last you a really long time. I swear I probably had my last one open for far too long, probably like 8 or 9 months, but it performed well. So, you know, but probably wouldn't repurchase. I mainly have that Thrive one because I like the way it removes. You can remove it with warm water. I have 2 like basey products here. There might be more in there, but again, this is in no order. This is my Nude Sticks Blot and Blur Matte Stick. I did not care for this, and I really scraped everything out of it that I could. Did not care for this. Would not repurchase or recommend. Something I have repurchased and used up, I think this might be my 3rd one that I used up, my Stila One Step Correct Skin Tone Correcting and Brightening Primer. I did enjoy this. I've used it, like I said, this is probably my 3rd tube of it, or bottle or whatever. I liked it. I would probably repurchase, maybe. There's other, though, correcting, toning, brightening primer things that I would like to try, but this was good and I did enjoy it. This is another like primer thing by Seraphim Botanicals. Been cut open. I did not enjoy this. It was like a rose gold kind of shiny or like metallic-y primer, glowy primer. I didn't like it. I thought it was really oily on my skin, but I used it up. This is my Laura Mercier Strapless Caviar Stick Eye Color. I scooped everything out of this as well. Used that up. I believe this was a birthday gift from a few years ago from Sephora. I used it in my brows to finish it up. Wouldn't recommend because it is a bit metallic, but it's used up. Packaging has been broken on this for a long time, so I am so glad to get it used up. It's a mini guy. It's a Nomad product, and it was like a multi-perfection bronzer. It was like a split pan situation. I would mix the 2 shades together, but one could have been a highlighter because it was like a pinky shade, and then there was like a typical glowy bronzer. I mixed them both together and I really liked it as a bronzer, and I really do like the Nomad products that I have used. I've only used this, plus I think I used up like a single pan of eyeshadow. Both were really nice products. I don't think Nomad is really like talked about that much, but this was a good one. And it's just like really nice to complete products when like they've been hanging out for a long time. That's been hanging out for far too long. This is a foundation. I typically get through like 1 or 2 foundation products per year. I think now this is the only foundation I got through. Yeah. So this has been hanging out in my collection for a while. I might clean up the packaging and reuse it because I do like the packaging. I think it's really cute. KVD Good Apple Foundation. It's like a serum, skin perfecting balm. I hated this. I hated this so much. This is probably my least favorite product for 2025 for makeup. Probably the least favorite. Yeah, it wasn't made for me. It was not made for me at all. It never dried down or mattified. It was like on my skin, even if I put powder and setting powder on it. The second you would touch your face, which I touch my face all the time apparently, the product would move around and just dissipate. So I blow my nose constantly. So around my nose would always be gone, on my chin, around my glasses. It was just a horrible product. It applied nicely, and then that was it. It was shit. It wore so bad. I would not recommend this at all if you have any type of oil on your skin. I don't even know if this would be great for people with really dry skin because I feel like it would cling to really dry patches. I don't know. Horrible. If you have tried this, let me know how you feel about it, but I do take offense to this. I take all the offense. It was terrible. And it wasn't cheap. It was like 50 something dollars, I think, and it was just so horrible. So glad to get it used up in my collection. Never again. So this is the last product, and this is the product that I am the most proud of for 2025. It's actually a palette. It's a small palette, but it still counts, and it's my first palette that I've ever completed. This is my Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics. This is like the soft touch matte packaging. So it's past the point of where it got sticky and everything stuck to it. We're past that. So that's how old this is. And it's a 6-pan palette. Can you see that? I am so proud of myself. This was an accomplishment for 2025. I have another one in my collection that I still am working on. And then I have the bigger palette basics that if you've seen me working on it also over the years, but they will not be used up anytime soon. One thing about the Urban Decay matte eyeshadows, they are no joke. They are not for the weak. If you are not a good panner, I am not a good panner. They will be in your collection forever and ever and always. So just a warning, if you want to put them in any projects, do not do that. I think the best way to work on these is to just work on them kind of, but not actually, because it's going to be very disappointing and very discouraging, the lack of progress. Again, these 3 palettes, I got them at the same time. Somebody gave them to me many years ago. I bet you I have had these 3 Urban Decay basic palettes. Probably I got them in like 2015, 2016. So we're coming up on the 10-year mark. I think they were fairly new when the person gave them to me, but we're at the point where I'm like, it's probably not the best practice to be wearing them on my face. However, I'm still going to, and this one's complete. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. That's all my makeup empties for 2025. Not my biggest year, not gonna lie. Not my biggest year. Probably one of the worst years, actually. Makeup habits, I'm just not wearing the most full face. I might wear like a full face up to 10 times a month. And then my makeup when I go to work is pretty basic. It is what it is. I'm still enjoying it. I still really love beauty products and makeup. So I'm still gonna continue to do these videos for you guys because I love talking about it. But it wasn't a great year, and that's okay. If you saw my video, I'm gonna reference this again. I'm gonna link it down below. What I bought in 2025. I did bring in like 23 makeup items. So that was more than I wanted to. I really only want to bring in 12 because I forgot that was my goal last year. Oops, I totally forgot about that the whole year. My bad until the end. And then I'm like, okay, so in 2026, that has to be my goal. I have to just bring in 12 items or less because I'm just not using up a ton of makeup, obviously. So last year I brought in 23 items. The grand total for this year is 20 items that I used up. So that's not great. In theory, or in actuality, my collection increased. My makeup collection increased by 3 this year. So I'm not about that. I'm really not. And I don't want that to be the case. It needs to decrease. You're gonna see it when I do my yearly inventories later this month, but it needs to increase. I'm a little disappointed that I brought in so much makeup, which really isn't a lot, but I'm just not using a lot. So, you know. So I used up 20 items in 2025, and the grand total in value, $838.5. That was the value of the items that I used up, which sounds like a lot. And I'm telling you right now, the only reason why that was so expensive or at such a high value is because of those 2 perfumes. That Prada Candy perfume was like $190, and that other perfume that I used up was like $109 or $112. Ridiculous. I'm just more disappointed that like I brought in more than I used up. So that tells me your girls gotta simmer down, hone in, and not be spending so much money on beauty products as a whole. I'm really gonna try to stick with that this year. I have some other financial things that like I just want to reach or start to reach, try to reach in the next few years. I really need to like focus on other things. And like I have enough makeup. I have a lot of other beauty products too. I can skip a year or 2 or 10 probably of spending certain amounts. I don't need to be doing that. So this year, I really only want to buy 12 beauty makeup items. That's it, 12. 1 a month. I am allowed 1 a month. Yeah. So I'm happy, in short, with those 20 items used up, but I would have been happier if my ratio to using up was more than what I brought in. So a little disappointed, but still happy. I'm still enjoying my collection as a whole, and that is also quite important. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think, how I did this year, if you enjoy this style of me like filming it face to face, or if you prefer my traditional overhead style with my hands. Let me know if you guys are doing makeup empties for 2025. I would love to see them. I love being nosy and seeing what everybody is using. So I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.